dependent of adjacent and opposite sides, it is the same. Only opposite side sign is changed. Only opposite sign is changed. Now let us go for cos of minus theta. What is the ratio we have? This is adjacent side to minus theta by hypotenuse. And what is adjacent side to minus theta? This is minus theta. Adjacent side is same, x1 by hypotenuse is r. This is nothing but adjacent side to theta by hypotenuse. And we know adjacent side to theta by hypotenuse is nothing but cos theta. Therefore, we can conclude that cos of minus theta is equal to cos theta. Now you see, when we have taken cos of minus theta, the ratio remained the same, because as we already understood that there is a change only in the opposite side. Now cos does not involve in any of the opposite sides. That's the reason why the ratio remains same. So from this what we can understand, whenever opposite side is involved in a ratio, the trigonometric ratio of negative angle resulting in the negative ratio, whenever opposite side is involved. Alright. Now from this we can say tan of minus theta is equal to, very simple, this is sin of minus theta by cos of minus theta, and we already proved that sin of minus theta is minus sin theta by cos theta, and this is minus tan theta. You see, what is the actual ratio we have for tan theta? Tan theta opposite side to theta by adjacent side to theta. We know that opposite sign, there is a change in opposite side because of this negative clockwise rotation, negative angle. That's the reason why we got it minus. And finally we can say cosecant of minus theta. We know that cosecant, opposite side is involved, so this is going to be minus cosecant theta. Similarly, secant of minus theta. Secant is nothing but reciprocal of cos, wherein cos opposite side is not involved, so this is going to be plus secant theta. And finally cot of minus theta. Cot of minus theta means adjacent side to minus theta by opposite side to minus theta. Opposite side is involved, and hence this is minus cot theta. This is how negative angle, trigonometric ratios of negative angle. I request you all to make sure that you understand negative angle doesn't mean that here magnitude. Negative angle is associated with only the rotation of the ray. Only the rotation is made in clockwise direction. Please have a look at this. So now let me recall whatever we have discussed so far. We have discussed the trigonometric ratios of negative angles, and we have discussed the trigonometric ratios of complementary angles also. So let us summarize. Sin of minus theta is equal to minus sin theta. Cos of minus theta is equal to plus cos theta. We know the reason why. Whenever opposite side is involved, there will be a change in the ratio, sign of ratio. This is tan of minus theta is equal to minus tan theta. Anyways, we can easily identify what are going to be reciprocals as well. Further, when it comes to complementary angles, we know that sin of 90 minus theta is equal to cos theta. Similarly, cos of 90 minus theta is equal to sin theta, and tan of 90 minus theta is going to be cot theta, and cot of 90 minus theta is going to be tan theta. Similarly, cosecant of 90 minus theta is secant theta, and secant of 90 minus theta is equal to cosecant theta. These are the things what we have discussed so far. I believe that you can understand these negative angles. Reciprocals also will be existing the same. Now when it comes to a coordinate plane, we know that this plane is divided into 4 parts. Each one is called a quadrant. Quadrant 1, quadrant 2, quadrant 3, quadrant 4. Say this is x dash, this is y dash. And we know that this is origin, and what is going to be the measure of angles in each of the quadrant. Say this is 0 degree, we know. This is 90 degree. This is 180 degree. This is 270 degree. and this is again 360 degree. So what is going to be the measure of angle in this? This is 0, theta value is going to be 0 plus 90 minus 360 plus. 0 plus will come into quadrant 1, 90 minus will come into quadrant 1. Similarly here, this is going to be 90 plus, this is 180 minus. When it comes to quadrant 3, 180 plus 270 minus. When it comes to quadrant 4, 270 plus 360 minus. Now what we are going to discuss here, what is going to be the behavior or the sign behavior when it comes to the change of ratio or change of sign in each of these 4 quadrants for all the 6 trigonometric ratios. That is the point what actually we are going to discuss. So for this we need to have the basic knowledge of sign of negative angles and sign of complementary, the ratios of complementary angles. Ratios of negative angles, ratio of complementary angles as well. Anyways, we understand that sine of 90 minus theta, first quadrant 90 minus cos of 90, tan of 90, cot of 90. In every of this case, we got only positive. So from this we can straight away say that in quadrant 1, all the 6 trigonometric ratios are positive. The first case what we can say, we know 90 minus theta is going to be fall in first quadrant. We have taken sine of 90 minus theta plus cos theta, cos of 90 minus theta plus sine theta. So in first quadrant, all the 6 trigonometric ratios are positive. All the 6 trigonometric ratios are positive because 90 minus theta we have taken, we got a plus. Look at this sign. This is plus, this is plus. So all the 6 trigonometric ratios in first quadrant where the angle is 90 minus theta or 0 plus or 360 plus, all the 6 trigonometric ratios are positive in first quadrant. This is the first point what we need to make a note of it. Now first quadrant we have discussed the nature of all the 6 trigonometric ratios. That means how the ratio will be changing, how the sign will be changing. Now let us come to second quadrant. Second quadrant means what we know, quadrant 2 is nothing but either 90 plus or 180 minus. Either 90 plus or 180 minus. Now let us go for 90 plus angles first. Sine of 90 plus theta. Very simple. This is to be written as sine of 90 minus of minus theta. Sine of, because we know that minus of minus is plus. Now let us come here. Sine of 90 minus theta, how much we got it? This is cos theta. Theta is how much? Minus theta. Sine of 90 minus theta is nothing but cos theta. And what is this theta value here this time? Minus theta. And we know that cos of minus theta is nothing but plus cos theta. This is plus cos theta. Similarly, based on this one only, let us write sine of 180 minus theta, because we know that 90 plus is in quadrant 2 and 180 minus is also in quadrant 2. How can we write this one? Same as the previous one. Sine of 90 plus of 90 minus theta. 90 plus of 90 minus theta. That is sine of 90 plus theta. Sine of 90 plus theta is nothing but this is plus cos theta. Theta is how much? This is 90 minus theta. In the place of theta, we know sine of 90 plus theta is cos theta. Sine of 90 plus theta cos theta value is 90 minus theta. And how much is that? Cos 90 minus theta is nothing but plus sine theta. Plus sine theta. I think I am very clear with this. Sine of 90 plus theta. I have taken 90 plus theta to check the properties of trigonometric ratios in quadrant 2. So 90 plus theta is written as 90 minus of minus theta. That is nothing but sine of 90 minus theta is cos theta is minus theta. And cos of minus theta is plus cos theta. 90 plus theta, sine of 90 plus theta is cos theta. Sine of 180 minus theta, we got sine theta. That means what is the observation we can see? This is 190, this is 290s. So whenever we have these multiples or even numbers, the ratio remains same.